Clock's ticking in the hall, roosters in the garden crowing. I can smell bacon frying in the pan. Dad's out on the veranda, shining up his shoes, and everything's alright come Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning and everything's alright. Day's got a special glow, Macca's on the radio. It's Sunday morning, it's Sunday morning and everything's alright. The world's a better place come Sunday morning. Old clock's ticking in the hall, sun comes creeping, peeping. Dogs are chasing chickens round the yard. Mum's there in the kitchen, baking up some bread, and everything's alright come Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning and everything's alright. Day's got a special glow, Macca's on the radio. It's Sunday morning, it's Sunday morning and everything's alright. The world's a better place come Sunday morning. Clock's ticking in the hall, breeze is softly blowing. Kookaburras are greeting the dawn. Sister's in the bathroom, well she could be there all day, but everything's alright come Sunday morning. It's Sunday morning and everything's alright. Day's got a special glow, Macca's on the radio. It's Sunday morning, it's Sunday morning and everything's alright. The world's a better place come Sunday morning. The world's a better place come Sunday morning.
Where the dead men lie and the gibber planes stretch ahead, drives a young man in a car full of dust and broken cassettes, and the wheels hum on the highway. The city's far behind, and the landscape swings around him, gently tugging on his mind, thinking of who's gonna save the country. Hey, hey. With a restless yearning heart, he looks out for a road that'll get him home before the coming dark. In 1,000 bars all across the land, they give themselves up to the beer, because the past won't lie down and the future doesn't look too clear. And every day it's been this way, and some drink their drinks with tears, cause it's lonely out here in the great outback, and not too many care about who's gonna save the country. Hey, hey. With a restless yearning heart, he pulls up at the side of a wide open sky and looks back where he came from. He was born Just outside of a burnout town on a dirt track heading west sits an old man and his dog waiting for a lift. And he says, young fella, can you take me? I gotta get right out there, 'cause I'm worried about this country. I think they're gonna damage it. And the young man sees in the old man's eyes a quest that they both can share. So they drive all night till the morning light and never stop to rest. Hey, hey. With a restless yearning heart, he was born. With a love right from the start, he was born. With a restless yearning heart, he was born in a land that time forgot, but he knows he's got a part. He was born with a restless yearning heart. He was born with a love right from the start. He was born with a restless yearning heart. He was born in a land that time forgot, but he knows he's got a part. He's gonna save the country. He's gonna save the country. I said, hey, yeah. I said, hey, yeah. I said, hey, yeah. He was born with a restless yearning heart. He was born with a love right from the start. He was born with a restless yearning heart. He was born in a land.
Ludwig will now sing a great new Australian ballad. 1, 2, 3. From Jindabyne Tunnel and Round Island Bend, we boys go to Kuma, our money to spend, and we'll buy yours one beer there if you happen to see.
Four Italians, three Germans, two Yugoslavs and me. Now we may not be diggers, but we'll have you know, we're digging the tunnels up here in the snow.
It's dark in that tunnel and the work she is rough. By the time it hits payday we all have enough. So we rush into Kuma to have us one spree.
Four miners, three fitters, two chippies and me.
Come in, Mikhailovich.
We pull up in Sharp Street by the Alpine Hotel. If you've been to Como, you know this place well. And before we get inside, are ordering out
Four vinos, three schnapses, two Slivovich, one stout.
Sing up, Giuseppe.
Well, I guess we got the noisy, don't no harm did we mean. Singing O Sole Mio and Lily Marlene. Some Aussies went to Croca cause they didn't agree with
Four singing, three marching, two dancing and me. Now we may not be diggers, but we'll have you know, we're digging your tunnels up here in the snow.
The barman stood up then with a snarl on his face. He said,
You Europeans, you're a flipping disgrace. Stop drinking those queer drinks if you want to stop here. Become integrated, drink our Aussie beer.
So we switched on to schooners and to the bars cheers, sang
Waltzing Matilda and clip gold shears.
for hours and hours without any cease, till the sudden arrival of the Kuma police.
Now we may not be diggers, but we'll have you know, we're regular swiggers up here in the snow.
In a furious moment, the whole bar was cleared, and no sign remained of those Aussies that cheered. So the coppers locked up, saying unfair, you'll agree.
Four Italians, three Germans, two Yugoslavs and me.
Now we're back in that tunnel as broke as can be, for it cost us a fortune to bail ourselves free. But before you start laughing, let me make it clear, it was worth it, Australia, for the sake of your beer. For we may not be diggers, but we'll have you know, we dig our beer
Up here in the snow.
Louis, Luigi and Mary Lou, Tom, Dick and Harriet, Dimitri too, on the platform in the Melbourne rain, waiting to board that Vickers train. Cuba crisis, Bay of Pigs, Dimitri's handing out the cigs. Anything's better than the old Dole Q, said Louis to Mary Lou. Hit Mildura in the early morn, 15 nations in the bleary dawn, sign language in the station yard, striking a deal was not too hard. Year after year the same figures came, Blockies called their family names. Batista, Marotta, how you doing my son? Hands were shaken and a deal was done. Pietro sat me on his knee, he taught me the Italian for 1, 2, 3. His wife was sick, they wouldn't let her go, she and the kids were in Palermo. Pietro taught me to ride a bike, he taught me what true friendship's like. Picking and spending that time with me meant cash to send to his family. Rita lived on the picking trail. She'd follow the harvest around by rail. She could pick faster than any man could. Mick fetched the buckets like a good man should. Who'll forget the day their child was born? Rita was picking next day at dawn. The baby's in a cradle at the end of the row. She'd feed the child, then on she'd go. Saturday night, the picking's done. Time for a dance and a bit of fun. Waltzing, kissing, rock and roll, until the drinking took its toll. Then it's back to Melbourne for another year. Say goodbye, maybe shed a tear. Arrange to meet the same place again. See you next year on the Pickers train. The Pickers train. The Pickers train.
Rivers are dry across the land, and the farmers' fields have turned to sand, 'cause the rain hasn't come for 2 years, almost 3. The topsoil's gone with a hot north wind. The crops won't grow and rust set in, and the cruel south wind of winter brought no relief. And the old man in the public bar talk of floods and droughts before. And as the night goes on and the conversations die, but the battlers don't give up. It's written on their hands and in their eyes. And the spirit of the land survives. And on Saturday nights at the Royal Hotel, Hank the Dutchman plays guitar. He sings country and western favorites and requests. It used to be his second job, a bit of a laugh or a couple of bob. Now it's all he's got, 'cause his crops all died in thirst. So he spent his savings on cattle and sheep. He got some credit, got in too deep, but stock won't graze on pastures turned to salt. And then he tried to get work as a travelling man, selling Rawley's products from the back of his van. But the cockies all shop in town with things are cheap. And the old man in the public bar talk of floods and droughts before. And as the night goes on and the conversations die, but the battlers don't give up. It's written on their hands and in their eyes. And the spirit of the land survives. Schools all run down, the roof's rusted and the paint's peeling. The playground's just a dust bowl, not a spot of green. But kids still kick their footballs, sending dust clouds to the sun. And it's good to know the drought can't spoil the fun. And in the cricketers' lounge, late at night, where the cockies talk and the shearers fight, their wives drink shandies 'cause they'll be driving home. Talk to sellers round the price of wheat, the lack of rain and the lack of sleep. 'Cause credit's stretched and it won't floods and droughts before. And as the night goes on, the conversations die. But the battlers don't give up. It's written on their hands and in their eyes. And the old man in the public bar talk of floods and droughts before. And as the night goes on, the conversations die. But the battlers don't give up. It's written on their hands and in their eyes. And the spirit of the land survives.
Dear Sir, I write this note to you to tell you of me plight. For at the time of writing, I am not a pretty sight. Me body is all black and blue, me face a deathly grey, and I write this note to say why Murphy's not at work today. While working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear. But to toss them down from such a height was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased, he is an awkward sod. He said I'd have to cart them down the ladders in me hod. Now shifting all those bricks by hand, it was so very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured a rope below. But in me haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. And so when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead, and clinging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. I shot up like a rocket, till my dismay I found that halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Now the barrel broke me shoulder, as to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top, I banged the pulley with me head. I clung on tightly, numb with shock from this almighty blow, and the barrel spilt out half the bricks, some 14 floors below. Now when these bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel and so started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, me body racked with pain, and halfway down I met the bloody barrel once again. Now the force of this collision halfway down the office block caused multiple abrasions and a nasty state of shock. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I fell towards the ground, and I landed on the broken bricks the barrel had scattered round. I lay there groaning on the ground, I thought I'd passed the worst, but the barrel hit the pulley wheel and then the bottom burst. A shower of bricks rained down on me, I didn't have a hope. As I lay there bleeding on the ground, I let go the bloody rope. The barrel then grew heavier, it started down once more, and it landed right across me as I lay there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs and my left arm, and I can only say, I hope you'll understand why Murphy's not at work today.
But now the spring has come this way with blossoms for the wattle.
He's the man on the $10 note. Have you read anything he wrote? Well, he dreamed his way through life, lost his home and lost his wife, wrote the truth just as it was. He's a rebel with a cause. And don't you think it's kind of funny, when he never had much money, now he represents the bank? And I wonder who he'd thank for making sure we all remember him this way. Henry Lawson, what would you say if you were here? Henry Lawson, these days your songs fall on deaf ears. Well, he spent his early life upon the road, and he wrote about the men he got to know. He loved the countryside he roamed, the road became his home, and the songs flowed from his pen about the good there is in men. And don't you think it's kind of funny, when he never had much money, now he represents the bank? And I wonder who he'd thank for making sure we all remember him this way. Henry Lawson, what would you say if you were here? Henry Lawson, these days your songs fall on deaf ears. Henry Lawson, what would you say if you were here? Henry Lawson, these days your songs fall on deaf ears. These days your songs fall on deaf ears. And I'm just sitting, watching faces in the street. Andy's gonna drove and he's on the wallaby.
There's a lake in South Australia, little lake with lovely name, and the story woven round it from the little baby's cave. Every night the native mothers croon this lovely lullaby, croon across the waters to the star up in the sky. Carabara, Wirragana, little star upon the little star, guide me through the hours, guide me through the hours, keep me safe until I wake. Little baby's heads are nodding, drowsy crooning fills the air. Little eyes at last are closing, and the boat of dreams is there. Guide my boat across the waters, cross the waters still and deep. Light me with your little candle, safely to the land of sleep. Carabara, Wirragana, little star upon the little star, guide me through the hours, guide me through the hours, keep me safe until